This is Drew from Arrowbrick Gaming, and I definitely do not listen to Discard to Reroll.
Touch roll trash, Daddy.
I won't roll trash.
Nothing looks dangerous, man. Poorly made. The little kid made it.
Then you don't have to look at it anymore.
I'm 90% sure Matt is Kylo Ren.
Hey everybody, this is Agent of Zion from Artificery. I really don't listen to any Destiny podcasts, but top of the list of the ones that I don't listen to, Discard to Reroll.
Hey, this is Bobby Sapphire from the Hyperloops, and I legit never listen to Mr. Chip on Discard to Reroll.
Discard to Reroll.
It's Discard to Reroll. We're a live podcast about a little dice and card game we like to call Star Wars Destiny. I'm your host, Mr. Chip. Thank you for listening to everyone listening live, all 5 of you who've cuddled up with your loved one and put in your iPod earphones, and you're just ready to hear some good Destiny talk. Well, you have probably come to the wrong place, but we're going to entertain you no matter what you say. And joining us as always, ladies and gentlemen, he is the pride of New Jersey. He makes the women swoon and the men very jealous because his game is so good at you name the trading card game. This guy can play it. It's the Thunder. It's Ray Julia. Ray, how are you? It's been a long time.
Good. I'm good. This intros keep getting worse and worse.
Thank you. Yeah, we've been writing them. I wrote that one.
I'm writing them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible writing.
It's great to talk to you tonight. I feel like you need a good pick-me-up tonight, and I'm the medicine for your depression.
Yeah, I got pulled over today.
Well, you were watching the Golden Dice live stream in your car. That's what's going to happen. No, you can't multitask. That's not multitasking.
It's hands-free. It's not against the law at all.
It's a video.
You look in your rearview mirror every once in a while, don't you?
Oh my God. Ray, we do have somebody new joining us on the podcast, and he's a longtime listener, and he's been involved all over the interweb when it comes to Star Wars Destiny talk. And in fact, I incorrectly identified this guy because his last name is shared by someone's, I don't know if it's last name too, out there in California. There's 2 monks. How is it possible there's 2 monks in Star Wars Destiny, like, subculture? Like, really? Like, wouldn't you think that'd be like if there's another Chip? I mean, there's not a lot of Chips that play trading card games, but there's 2 monks. So that's why I got him confused. But we know that this monk is a fantastic one. He goes by Banana Crapshoot. It's Josh Monk. Josh, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing tonight?
That is a setup for you, sir. We are very good. And how did Ray talk you into helping us out?
Well, me and Ray go way back, and he promised me some free packs after this. So,
but they weren't Destiny packs. That's the sad part about all this.
No, they weren't Destiny packs, but here I am.
Hey, help us with our podcast. Here's some Dragon Ball Z packs. That's great.
It's not. Stop saying Dragon Ball Z.
That's what it is. That's the name of the show.
Dragon Ball Super.
I
keep trying to tell you this, and you disrespect it every time.
Oh, God. Well, Ray and Josh, it's good to have you both. Josh, people, if they join the Discord, you're the guy they got to talk to get through. Is that true?
Yep, I'm the gatekeeper, I guess.
Oh, I like this.
He's the bouncer.
Yeah, you can bounce them out. We got a couple people waiting in there now who I wish they could hear. The only thing is I wish they could hear. Maybe there's a way to bring them in muted, and maybe you unmute them. I don't know. It all work out at the end.
You got to do the classic thing when you call into a radio station. It's when, like, the hosts, they say, like, "Oh, you got to turn down your radio." I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, well,
that's my line. That's my line.
Yeah, that's his line.
Yeah.
You got to give him the control.
Yeah. in the prep room. All right, be sure to turn the radio down, and you're on in 5.
You're in 5.
4.
What's your question? Yeah, we don't like that one. See you later. So if you have any questions about the game Anthem, you got Josh here. And then if you got questions about Dragon Ball Z, you've got Ray here. But if you want to talk Star Wars, we want to talk Star Wars Destiny, well, you got me in the middle. So it's Star Wars Destiny talk. Ray, have you been the good news is, Ray, you said you were not going to buy any packages of cards. And then the next thing I know, I'm on vacation. and I'm looking in as I'm doing a little tinker stinker, and I see photos of open packs. You're like, hey, everybody, look at this. I opened 5 packs. I got 2 Palpatines, 2 Palp Sapers, and a Cereso Mastery.
I did good. That's what keeps me coming back to card games in general and I'm always interested in getting into a new card game, which is like a horrible decision financially.
Yeah.
But I just love cracking packs open. I just loved ever since I was a kid, and now I'm almost 30, and I still enjoy doing that. But I knew I wasn't going to be able to stay away for too long, and I went to 2 game stores, actually, one in one state, and then one in New Jersey, and then one in New York. And I bought 10 packs in New Jersey, and I had decent pulls. And then I went up to New York, and I was like, let me get 10 more packs.
Yeah, just
because
10
at this point, I probably should have bought a box, but I got 10 more packs. And I got, 2 Palpatines.
So you can play some Elite Palp.
Yeah, with nothing else, though.
Yeah, that's fine. That's great. You're playing those budget decks anyway.
Yeah, I got a Saber and I got 2 Malices, but
Yeah.
I guess I'm gonna have to do bartering and just go like that, and roll with it,
Yeah, Josh, you playing the Palp over there? You believer in the Palp sauce?
I think he's good. Yeah.
Okay, there it is. You heard it. You heard it
See, I
first.
told you. Didn't I tell you he was going to add that element of the
Yes.
show? It's just the one-liner.
Perfect.
Did I not say that? Didn't even brief him on that.
It's a deadpan delivery too. Just like, yeah, he's good. It's good.
Yeah,
Perfect.
see?
Whatever.
Yep, that's it.
I pulled one.
Oh, good. How many packs are you in for there, Josh?
I did 1 box, and it came a week late.
Oh boy, that's tough. I feel like I bought a lot this time, and I'm happy with what I got. The problem is right now, I didn't get any Megablaster Troopers, so I ended up having to get those. I didn't get any Entourage, and I didn't get any Cereso Mastery, and I figured it like that. And Enfy's Nest, I only got 1. And I said, well, I'm not going to play that card, so I'm only going to get him when I'm ready to play him. And Cereso Mastery, I found I really want to play that, and no one's got it now. It's going for $40 on eBay. I'm not paying $40 for not a great legendary on eBay.
I need you to do that, though, because my idea for this not buying packs was to just say, hey, Chip, I'm going to an event. Can you send me these cards?
Yeah. Well, here's the problem with that, Ray. There's no events to go to. What are you going to?
This is true. Yeah, I'm just saying, in the future, when we can actually play Convergence cards.
Well, I'll give you anything you want. I got plenty of Infinite cards. If you want that, you want to run that Elite Han deck from Awakenings, I got your back. So here's the other thing real quick before we bring a couple people in here. I heard through the grapevine, but not through FFG, of course, because why would they tell people? You have to hear it unofficially that maybe on some truck somewhere that Allies of Necessity is coming out. Did everyone see that in the Discords today, that's dropping today or Thursday or something?
Yeah, I have no idea when that's coming out.
It's supposed to be the 25th.
25th, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first from Banana Crapshoot. Banana Crapshoot, where does Banana Crapshoot come from? Is that a cartoon? Is it a meme? I don't know. I'm too old for.
It is a completely random combination of words I came up with to be a handle.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of when I first got my Xbox and they give you a terrible name, like Banana Crapshoot 482 or something like that. And then you just take it.
Well, I appreciate that you think it's terrible.
No, I love it. No, I don't think it's terrible. I think Banana Crapshoot is fantastic. And the best part would be if there was another Banana Crapshoot. You weren't the only Banana Crapshoot.
Well, I tried to make a TikTok account, that stupid thing that you get ads for all the time.
Oh, yeah.
And Banana Crapshoot was taken on there.
It was taken. Of course it was.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Didn't even care about TikTok anymore.
And when you click on it, the name of the guy who took it was Alan Preston, which is pretty odd.
It was an older woman.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Maybe there's a meaning there. I don't know. So who do we got? We got Rick. Is it Rick out there or Rich? Rick from Vindicator Designs. Remember we talked all about Vindicator Designs before?
Yeah, and it's really great that you don't know the guy's name.
Let's get Rick, right? Let's get Rick in here. Banana Crapshoot. How do we get Rick? Rick, can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm here, Rick.
Rick, wait, what is it? It's Rick, right?
Rick, coming in here, Rick.
Oh, Rick. Vindicator Designs, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Did you know, Ray, that Myrtle Beach was in South Carolina? I bet you didn't even know that.
I didn't. It was in South Carolina?
Yeah, it is in South Carolina. I don't live here, just on vacation here right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from like Albany area.
Yeah, but
Albany,
it's more exotic if we say you're from Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Is there still, when you drive down there, I remember this as a child, in the area I lived in New York, like that was a spot that you all drove to. We didn't have money to fly anywhere, and my parents didn't love me enough. Is the Pedro south of the border, are those signs still up everywhere when you drive?
They're still there. They're not as good as they used to be way back in the 80s and 90s, because we always drove family vacations down to Florida.
Yes.
And I always remember being like the dead middle of the night. My parents would wake me up on the way down and be like, hey, look, there's a sausage and a wrecked car and the sheep jumping. They aren't as good as they used to be, because a lot of them aren't as standoffish anymore as they used to be in three-dimensional.
Yeah.
But they still have all the south of the border Pedro signs. Absolutely, yes.
And then you get to this place, Ray. Ray, do you know what we're talking about here?
No idea. I'm just listening.
Okay.
I'm not a part of this show.
Okay, good. There's when you drive in your automobile to South Carolina, like on the way, I don't even know.
I-95 south.
Yeah, I know that road. There are signs for this place. It's just a store. It's called South of the Border. And Pedro is like a horrible stereotypical mascot that they have.
Correct.
And is it so you're really excited, like it's coming in 500 miles, 400 miles, 300 miles. And as a kid, pre-internet, like that was a big deal. You're like waiting for the next sign. The punchline is when you get to this place, it is the piece of shit store. It's like the worst store ever. And you're like, what I waited for this thing? It's terrible.
We never stopped when I was a kid.
Right.
I'm 35 now. I think we stopped 4 or 5 years ago, my wife and I, on the way to and from Florida for some reason. And she's like, oh, we used to go here as a kid. I'm like, I've never been here before. She's like, take a picture with the gorilla. And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
They have all these weird little paper mache gorillas and rhinos and hippos outside and all this stuff. It is one of those like 1950s, 1960s roadside attractions that you would think of, but they never updated themselves.
Yeah.
So just think of it like that.
Nice.
They actually, though, had a regional there, but Rochester didn't, which is funny. Rich, what are you playing right now? What are you playing right now with some convergence?
I'm really trying to force it with Qui-Gon and Ahsoka. Really trying to force that one through, and it's not working. I know I got to move on. I'm thinking about bringing back the Jyn Cassian again. I beat that one to death in the last cycle and just didn't quite make it work again either. I don't like the meta decks. I'm not one to just kind of chase what's best. I just kind of like to come up with a concept and see what I can make it work. I do have 2 Padmes, so I'm trying to make some Padme something work. Trying to do a couple different combinations, the Armor Reinforcement, Padme ship, but you got to keep something on Yoda. Doing Padme Yoda. Got to keep something on Yoda to keep him alive and ticking after Padme's dead. So Sonic Grenades have been pretty good, or detonators, Force Waves, things like that. So just kind of testing those right now.
You know, I feel Padme was like, everybody thought that was the hot legendary, and then I feel like everyone's like gone like ice cold on her.
I haven't. I know what Rick can do with them Padmes. Here's an idea. I will give you 1 Palpatine for 2 Padmes.
You can do good.
Yeah, out of 3 boxes, I got 2 Padmes and 1 Palpatine.
There you go. Look, see, that's a fair treat.
You would Ray. You would rather have Padmes than Palp?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of big little decks. I like middle decks.
Say that carefully. What did you say?
I'm not a big fan of like big littles.
Big little decks. Got you. Big little decks.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
This is late night talk radio, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan because I just feel like if they fully target them and I don't protect them enough, he goes down and the game's over. But I have another character sitting there. It just never feels good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what happens with those decks. I mean, usually when one character dies, you got one left.
Yeah, but he doesn't do anything. He doesn't do anything. It's Watto. It's like Cody told me to play Watto.
You came out right to the Zombie Planet Store Championships, and I was running Obi Maz. Yeah. Obi-Wan dies, Maz can't finish it. It's just not going to happen. So that is the problem with big littles.
Yeah, unless
I mean, there are some fringe situations where you get like the heirloom on Obi, and then like Maz just needs to kill someone with like 4 damage, and she can like spike 3 off of the one and then shoot for the other one. It can happen, but if you have Watto over there, Watto's not going to do anything.
No.
I did lose, as a matter of fact, some salt in the wound. I had my Boba 7, and I played this guy who had his world mat at the Rochester Regional. This is 2 years ago now. And he beat me with Obi-Wan. I had the game won. I had it won. And he had vibro knives on Maz.
Vibro knife or vibro cutlass?
No, it was a vibro knife.
Okay.
It was unblockable, and he had it on Maz.
Yeah.
And he rolled out twice, and that was it.
Game over.
Game over. I feel like Qui-Gon is another one of those cards that I keep looking back at and just thinking, like, God, this card's got to be better. Like, why aren't people playing him?
Correct. That's why I'm kind of like beating it to death right now with the heightened awareness, the ambush. You pay 2, get 3 shields.
Yeah.
People don't see it coming. It's a nice little bursty play, but if you don't find what you need and keep it going, it just isn't working. Ahsoka's typically dead round 2 at the beginning.
Yeah.
If she even makes it that long.
Yeah. Something's got to be there.
I feel like if he was 17 points, he'd be highly playable.
Yeah.
Because then you can get the Yoda combination. At least you can let grab characters that aren't too bad. But now I hear myself.
You hear yourself?
I'm not sure where that came from.
Oops, sorry. Is it better now?
I don't know. Yep, I can't hear myself.
Okay.
Yeah, and what really got me on the Qui-Gon kick was we did a solidarity tournament back in the No Man's Land that we just had here. And I did a solidarity with Qui-Gon and Yoda and did pretty well. Then I said, hey, Qui-Gon, let's see if we can keep him working. So I kept the deck together and just kept modifying it just to see if I could beat it to death until I can't make it work anymore. And I'm almost to that point.
Just real quick for those listening, Qui-Gon Jinn, he's the Defiant Jedi Master, character Jedi. Did he get any other subtype upgrades in the errata?
Nope.
He's not
no changes, no erratas.
Not a leader or anything? No.
Nah, I wish he was.
All right. He's got a scoundrel-looking beard. While this character has 2 or more shields, increase the value of his character dice by 1. While this character has 3 or more shields, increase the value of his upgrade dice by 1. He's got 1 melee, 2 shield, 1 resource, and a blank. He's 14, 18. Yep, that's Qui-Gon. Ray, you don't like Blue Hero anyway.
I love Blue Hero. It's I hear myself again.
What? Are you not supposed to hear yourself?
I'm supposed to hear myself?
I think so.
Okay.
Like, are you hearing it echoed back to you?
Yeah, there's an echo back.
Is there?
There's a weird echo.
There's a weird echo. Whoa.
Everybody's echoing.
God, I don't hear it, though, which is good. And I'm the one recording, so that's all right. But, oh, man, I'm sorry. It's because I brought up the freaking internet. Let me shut it down. See if it helps. Any better?
Nope. Not better at all. I'm just going to trug along like a true professional.
Okay, just pretend.
But I don't know if they can hear.
I wonder. Let me try one thing. I might have to stop the live. Hold on. Stop it.
This is successful.
It was a 21 minute. Anything now? Can you still hear it?
We're good,
I think we're okay.
Okay.
All better.
You know what it is?
Nope.
No?
I can still hear it.
God darn
And
it.
green sap on the Discord is saying sounds good on Spreaker.
Oh, dang.
All right, I'm going to have to really trug on through this then.
I just stopped Spreaker, too. Let me start it back up. Cancel it. Spreaker comes back. See, this is live radio. This is what happens. Radio. We go to Spreaker.
It's a good time so far.
See, this is why we test it out. This is so. Now we're saying you. Did I lose you?
I don't hear anything.
Okay. All right, let me call this D2R, the live show, second try. And we'll do this. We'll drop it here, but we're still good because I'm just going to edit this part out. And we're going to hit this.
How are you going to edit it out?
Huh?
I'll just pick up the conversation and keep it going because I was going to talk about Qui-Gon anyway.
Yeah, that's perfect. See, Ray, that's how you do this.
True
Done. It's already back up. It's back up and live. Okay. See?
So
Qui-Gon.
Speaking of trying to keep it going and Blue Hero and all those good things, one variant I was looking at that I always look for fun things because that's what this game's all about. That's the point, is go out, not necessarily beat everybody up like Mr. Chip was saying. When you got new people showing up and all this other stuff, which we do at our locals, you just can't beat everybody up every time they show up. So a fun one with Qui-Gon I saw lately online was him with Satine, and that way you get the splash of yellow and you get the custom bandolier. and you put a bunch of equipment on Qui-Gon, like Republic Armor, Luke's lightning rod, and just load up on equipment things, and then his 3 shields give +1 to each of those dice, and you can have like 18 dice, or I don't know the exact number. And then you can also play Fatal Blow. It's another part of the combination. So it's a little combo deck. Kind of cute. Sounds interesting.
I like that. There's so many decks. So many decks.
I'm going to be right back.
Yeah.
I'm like, it just sounds like we're all talking in a giant cave.
All right, go ahead. We'll see you later. The Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. There he goes. He's out. He's out, which is good. I feel like every deck right now puts out such a mass quantity of dice. Have you felt that way? Like with whether it's Phasma or whether it's Palpatine, like people are rolling an inordinate amount of dice right now.
Yeah, I was watching the Golden Dice the other night, and they were doing a Phasma and Sentinel Messenger Droid with Vader's Fist.
Yeah.
And Mega Blaster Troopers. It's just nonsense how many dice there were.
It's just crazy right now. Pretty crazy. Josh, what do you oh, there he is. Are you back there, Thunder?
I think.
Can you still hear? Is it better?
I think it's good.
You feel better about it?
I feel better as well.
All right, everybody feels it.
I'm good.
Okay, good.
I guess it was on my end. That was really
so
bad.
it was the Thunder's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly, it was. That's pretty much what we do here. Blame it on.
No, listening to Rick explain Qui-Gon, it was like the reason. I choose. I was like, this I can't do.
Going out to baseball. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. What is it? The squirrel said, not sure if it's coincidence, but just a minute ago I'd started listening on speaker, and then Ray started mentioning having an echo. There it is. That's S Squirrel. How about that? Yeah, so that's it. Ray, what we were saying is that so many decks right now produce a lot of dice. It's a lot of dice.
Yeah. So from a game design standpoint, he hit it right on the head. Let's introduce more dice with less good removal.
Yeah. Which good.
Sounds fine to me. I don't play removal anyway. Anybody that plays with me knows I don't play removal. So
I like people like that. I like that.
Yeah,
just roll what you get, and I do discard to reroll often.
See, there you go. Here's a card. Yeah, he's on brand. Give it to him. Here's a card that I heard discussed early on. It's the namesake of the set, which usually that means it's bad. But it's called Convergence. It's a 2-cost yellow uncommon, Ray, card 93, if you put them in numerical order. It's an event that says spot any number of characters that have the same subtype to discard a support, upgrade, or downgrade that costs that number from play. Now, it's not about dice you're spotting, but you're spotting characters. I'm thinking about Megablaster Troopers. I'm thinking about Vader's Fist, that 4-cost sweet spot for all these crazy supports that are coming out. What's Entourage? 3?
3, yes. I believe you're correct.
Okay, so everybody's playing those Entourages. If you have a deck now, the problem is you'd have to have 4 character subtypes, 4 of the same character subtype. So what? It could be you need yellow. Ewoks. Brilliant. Ewoks.
Or you grab a bunch of them Claudite shapeshifters and you just grab.
Or Alan Preston's 5 white Jawas.
Yeah. You need some yellow in there to let it mellow in order to get this card in there.
That is true.
Right?
That's a horrible card. No one's going to play it.
Why? How are you going to get rid of those supports?
I'm telling you, until Cody plays it and he blows up somebody's board, and now we're all talking about it.
I was going to say, the question you should be asking is, how do I not play Convergence? Is what Cody would say. I love that Cody was talking on EBG, this was maybe last week, and somebody was talking about a deck. He's like, what do you think about that? He's like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, that's his ringing endorsement for a deck, which is pretty good. There's got to be a way to deal with all this crap, all these supports. Mega Blaster Troopers just seems crazy to me.
I was rolling Mega Blaster Trooper dice the other day, and it's underwhelming. I don't know.
Underwhelming?
It has 2 blanks. It costs 4, has 2 blanks, and a 1 side.
It's even worse than a box tournament, because I had a box tournament on opening weekend, and I pulled Mega Blaster, and I said, I'll pitch it and see what I can do, but I only have 1 First Order Stormtrooper die out of the box, so it was a little underwhelming, at least with that, but I haven't played it since.
No, that would make sense. So this is Mega Blaster Troopers. It's 4 cost, by the way. 1 range, 2 range, 3 indirect, 2 disrupt, and 2 blanks. After you activate this support, it's a trooper, by the way, support. Activate this support. Roll 1 set aside First Order Stormtrooper die into your pool, or 2 First Order Stormtrooper dice instead if you spot a leader. Set those dice aside. If they're resolved or removed, card 31, legendary. That is after you activate it. But if you have somebody like Watt on your team, right, you bring that card in. You don't even have to activate it. So you get 1 shot at it there. Then you can activate it. Bring in, if you're playing Phasma, you're bringing in 2 troopers and the die again. You've had 4 cracks at the pinata, Ray.
I don't know. I physically have the dice. I like the die. I got it. And like I was making decks and I'm always rolling dice and stuff. And I just rolled it like 6 times. Maybe it's my dice. I rolled it like 6 times and it came up blank like 5. And I was like, this is horrible. So then I grabbed 2 First Order Stormtrooper and I'm rolling them with them. And I got blanks like nonstop. And then I was like, all right, this needs to go into a deck that you can focus these things because it can deal 7 damage. Between the 3 indirect and the 2, base range sides from the First Orders. But I don't know. It just seems like you're going to have to pitch and reroll. I thought it was going to be like busted. I was like, this card's so good. Everyone's like, doesn't know what they're talking about. But
Ray, you gotta stay on brand, man, though. It's not pitch and reroll. It's discard to reroll.
Yeah, he's calling you out. I love it when a guest calls you out.
Vindicator Games, thanks for joining us. Kick it out.
No.
I don't know. It's just it wasn't as good as I thought it was going to be.
Oh, God. By the way, advanced training, it's a plot. It costs 2 points for your team. Card 133, it's an uncommon. You may resolve your trooper dice showing a blank, Ray, it says in parentheses, as if they were indirect damage that have a value of 1.
Okay, so I paid 4. And now between 3 different dice, I'm dealing with
3. Get 3 indirect.
That's because you roll bad. Yeah, you roll bad, Ray. Roll better. How about that, Josh? Do you like the Phasma over there, Josh?
Do I like Phasma? I mean, I haven't been a big fan of Phasma, but apparently the guys at Late Night Gaming like her, so I don't know.
All right, thanks.
What do I know?
Thanks, Josh. That's Josh, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm telling you, it's perfect. You talk too much. Yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about usually. And I'm pretty pissed off about most things. And Josh comes in. He's the mellow yellow.
And we got Vindicator Designs down on vacation with his kids got croup in there. And he's telling me about Qui-Gon Jinn.
Whooping cough.
Yeah, he's got whooping cough.
There we go.
We got a heavy hitter in the prep room.
Yeah. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. No, he can stay right there. I was watching his stream, which you got pulled over because of. And he's cracking his knuckles in his microphone. I'm like, who is this amateur? What is he doing cracking his knuckles? Right in the microphone. All right, parting shot there, Vindicator 84. By the way, did you just like the year 84? Because that was the greatest year in film, gaming, everything.
No, I was born in 1984.
Oh, my God.
Yep, just a baby, but not as young as Ray, I guess.
No, that's true. 84. How old was I in 84? Let's see, 11. That was the year of Live Aid. I remember watching it for my birthday. It was pretty crazy.
There you go.
So what is next for you in the world of Destiny? Are you doing anything in Albany, playing Alan Preston, taking his cards?
Well, currently I've missed it. We just started an escalation league at our locals. We have usually about 10 to 12 at our locals every Wednesday night at Zombie Planet in Colony, New York. Do pretty well. Have a good mix of players. We've got some mill players. We've got some new players. We've got 3 guys that came up from a couple towns away from Coxsackie, New York that have joined us. We've welcomed them in and threatened them if they leave. So, they're in. And we had a guy just show up a couple weeks ago, local fireman. And we're trying to keep Phil as a part of our community. Nice. And we've got some things that we do for new players called the community box, where we all open our boxes of lovely cards. And we have all these extra junk things we don't want that we throw in a box somewhere. And I saw one of the guys in, forget which state, James is his name, and he did this thing. I think he was part of the Jedi Trials, maybe. But they collect them all and they curate them and they put them in order and they put them in bundles so that when they have new players show up, they can give out a stack of uncommons or commons from the most late recent set so people can build decks out of them.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So I've been doing that. And it's been hooking people and keeping them in. And we have a very generous community that we open packs, and if it's something we don't need, we pass to the newest person that showed up. So we do pretty well that way. They just started an escalation league. I just missed it last week because I was trying to get out of town and stuff like that. We're going to continue that for a couple weeks at the beginning of this set and see how that goes. It seems to be good reviews from the first week we did it. And then at the end of this week, we're leaving Myrtle Beach and I'm hijacking the vacation. We're going to Florida, and we're going to go hang out at the Jackal Hunt. So that's what's coming up for me is a Jackal Hunt round, and we'll see how that event goes.
From Albany, New York, all the way down to the Jackal Hunt. That's pretty awesome.
Yep, I got some family in Florida, so we're going to go visit the family, aunt and uncles while I'm down there and stuff like that.
Nice.
So that's part of the hijacking, but we'll make it work.
Well, that's a great way to build your community, and I give Alan a lot of crap, but he is extremely generous, and I know you got a good thing up there. So it's Zombie Games. What's the night you guys play? Zombie Planet. Yep, Zombie Planet on Wednesday nights. We've got a little group going, and we call ourselves the Upstate Mediocre Crew because we placed mediocre in all the regionals we went to. Nice.
So we do pretty well and have a good little community with us. And also, I started a little thing recently called Vindicator Designs. I'm on Facebook. You can find me. Do character trays, tokens, custom stuff, power action things, mugs, amongst other things. So just creating and trying to support the great community. And that's the part that I like the most is we were even talking about ABG and everybody else, late night gaming. We have a great community here at Destiny, and that's the thing that I always try to promote when people get a certain way in our group, at our locals. It's like, guys, we're here to have fun.
Nice.
There's no yelling, no throwing things. Don't get crazy. We're just here to have fun. Remember that part. And that's the part I try to promote the most is community and having fun.
Well, there you go. What's the website if people want to get some of your stuff?
Facebook.com/Vindicator Designs.
Seems to make sense. You got that, Ray? Remember that one from last time? Ray's gone, ladies and gentlemen. Ray left. He's busy trying to buy your tokens.
He must be texting or taking a nap.
It's probably both. But
or no, I'm back.
Hey, he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm here.
Everything flush okay, Ray? You're all set? Jeez.
He opened 2 more boxes.
My mic. I was trying to say, like, yeah, I'm here. What's up? And then it's my mic just cuts out.
Good God. Oh, man. Well, listen, have fun in Myrtle Beach. Thanks for being a guest.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
You're the man. Yep, absolutely.
I'll see you, Rick.
All right. Have a good one. Thanks, Ray.
And hot off the heels of Vindicator Designs, it's a guy who can you even hold your fingers up after all that knuckle cracking on stream?
I've molded my fingers perfectly to hold dice, so that's really what the key is, and then getting the roll down. It's how it works.
I mean, Ray almost pulled his car off the road and ended up getting a ticket because of it.
I heard that's what made him speed up. He heard the crack of knuckles and he went an extra 10 miles an hour.
See, and then here's this. He's doing this with his cards. This is Jack playing. That's the flipper. And I know Bobby Sapphire got upset when I called him out on it. And evidently he does that too. So that's a common thing. So we got knuckle cracking. We're flipping things. Poor Brian has got to wear a cactus shirt buttoned down to the middle of his chest. That guy showing some skin. But little Monday stream for you, huh?
Yeah, man. Mondays are off for me, and we're trying to get affiliate on Twitch. So all right, let's just do another one in here. We figured it'd be a good time to give away a Allies of Necessity kit and hype for that coming out on Thursday. And your boy Alan won it.
Oh,
so
Alan,
what? That seems rigged. I, for the record, did not get a ticket when I got pulled over.
Yeah.
I quickly shoved my phone in the glove compartment, and then I made sure that I flashed every piece of military things that I could to get out of that ticket, and he just let me off with a warning.
You were wearing your chip. He did not drop. He was wearing his his fatigues.
I always tell you they're not called that. Nobody calls them that. They haven't probably called him that since 1942.
Josh calls him that. Are you guys both in the Army?
I was medically discharged in 2012.
Okay. Did you call him fatigues?
No, I called him ACUs.
Oh, you didn't call him that, Ray? ACUs?
That's right.
What does an ACU stand for?
Army Combat Uniform.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing.
Wow.
So what did I call him today?
Yep.
Nice job. Nice job. So what's going on over there, Jack? What are you guys doing on the old Golden Dice lately? You've been podcasting a lot, been doing your live streams?
Yeah, we've added that element to our content. We added we never really put it officially out there, I guess, but we added Brian and Eldis to our team. Just some little extra help. Brian's bringing his wisdom. And
I love it.
Eldis, we had to get somebody on the team that actually won something, so we figured Eldis was a
That's
good
great.
spot to be there. But it's helped us put out just kind of some extra stuff, and so we're trying to look and see how everybody's can finally settle in and put the best content out there. And Tommy's having a second kid, so we had to say goodbye to him.
Just broke. Hot news, huh?
Yeah.
When's that happening?
I think it's due around October.
Wow. Okay.
The boy.
It's
It's
before that, man.
That's great.
Is it before that?
It has to because he knows the gender already.
Oh, that's true.
Look at that.
That's true.
He's been
telling
the
you.
greatest addition to the team.
I'm telling you, Josh is
medical advice.
He's the inception of the group, but he actually has a voice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's a person.
Yeah.
He is a person.
Inception. It's almost, with this topic, it could be conception, as a matter of fact, because we're talking about Tommy. So I do have a little bit of a beef, Jack. You know, I was trying, while I was on vacation, this is the sad part about how I spent my vacation. I'm trying to find I've downloaded an app that lets me trim like little clips from podcasts. And I'm trying to find the exact sentence where you said, I'm just not interested in playing, maybe if it's for fun, but other than that, Phasma is just not going to be competitive, just terrible. I'm mad that they did this, Chewy and Phasma, they're just garbage and never going to play it. You'll never catch me. I think the quote was, I will never, ever on stream in the month of April, ever play that deck ever. And something to that effect. And then there I see you rolling it and loving it and like, yeah, man, this deck's great. This is the new meta.
I don't know how far I leaned into not liking her, but I certainly didn't think she was going to be as good. But I did think if she existed, it would have been a Retribution style deck.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what popped up. And I think we all just kind of realized how good Messenger was. Like, I think that kind of takes her to the next level, having that 6 hand and Mega Blasters is pretty much everything you hope it would be.
That's pretty. See, now I don't know. I'm not sure if you heard my co-host here and colleague, the Thunder, who said he sits at home and he rolls dice by himself. And he said, I rolled Megablaster Troopers and I rolled a blank. Then I rolled it again. It was a blank. Then I rolled my second one as a blank. And then I rolled a couple first order Stormtroopers and those were blank. Right? Wasn't that how it go? Is that how it went, Ray?
Yeah, that was a quick paraphrase. Yep.
Okay. And then you said something like, I hate this card. I hate this game. Let me play Dragon Ball. You don't think that card's that bad, the Mega Blaster Trooper?
No, I think it's really good. Especially in the Phasma deck. It's a surprising deck that has lots of focus, and it also turns that 3 indirect into 3 direct damage, which is super sweet, and people often forget about that.
Yeah. What do you think?
You see how he comes on the show all pompous and he's like, I didn't think Phasma would be that great. I don't know how far I leaned into it. I don't know if he uses phrases like that, but I didn't know how far I leaned into it. But I knew that if she was going to be viable, it would be with Retribution.
You threw the Retribution
that's exactly
in there.
what I live streamed today.
All right, let me quote Thunder. Well, you see, I was talking to ABG and they told me this was really good, so it probably is good, right?
Hey, right. I have to tune into one place every week, and all I have to do is listen to one voice, and it's Cody, and he tells me play Palpatine. I was play testing with Josh, Banana Crapshoot, and he pulls out Palpatine Watto, and I said, "Oh, you like that?" And he said, "Well, Cody told me to play it."
Yeah,
that's it.
Watto's not even the good version.
See,
man.
I'm on.
Watto is not even the same level, man. Get him out of here.
I'm on the Jack train here. It's Watt. Am I right?
Yeah. Watt with Force Storm is literally just straight busted.
Interesting. Cody's also the same guy. Cody's also the same guy who said Jin Cassian is garbage, is what he said. I think it was
Cody's going to think we hate him.
I think
we're always like, well, Cody said.
You know what Cody said? Cody said that was a bad deck, is what he said. And now everybody's loving the Jin Cassian. The thing will murder you. I love that deck.
I haven't played it, but I saw the one game Paul posted, and he just got... I think he was playing like an Afra Grievous or something.
Yeah.
With 2 battle droids, and he got destroyed.
Yeah,
he got steamrolled. I saw that game.
Yeah, he didn't play that scrap heap first, and there was a couple things there, but I still think that...
Whoa!
I'm
telling
just
you,
saying.
He goes 5-0 at a...
I'm just saying.
His sequencing was off, and
I felt it was off. He hadn't played that deck in a while. I was like, I'm just going to play this. And I thought, well, you had a scrap heap. I mean, I mulliganed hard for the scrap heap. But interesting stuff. You're getting married soon, Jack. What's going to happen? It's on May the 4th, getting married. I can't even believe it.
Yeah, we're like a week and a half out.
Man.
It's pretty crazy. It's definitely like I've tried to find like every like few hours I can play Destiny. Like, it's not often I stream at like 11 o'clock on a Monday.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's just when my free time is, but I'm not wedding planning and finishing up details and things like that. But we'll be going to Ireland, so I'll be
nice
MIA for a few weeks or 2 weeks after that. But we'll see if anybody picks up the slack. We'll see if anybody records. Who knows?
Ooh, he's
putting the ball in their court.
2 weeks you're on hunting. Oh, what's that, Josh?
So it's going to be Shane.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
He's going to step up.
On this episode of Why Red Hero is Still Good.
Yes.
Like, just 4 episodes in a row of just
Fortnite. A lot of Fortnite
well,
talk.
If you ever want him to test a deck, you just tell him that this card is bad and something in his mind changes and he's like, I have to prove them wrong. So it's, if you ever want to get testing done, just challenge him to say a certain card is bad.
We know
I haven't.
Go ahead.
Can I talk for
no,
once?
Please go ahead. Thunder, ladies and gentlemen. Go.
I haven't played around with the Rex. What's his name? Kaz? Karaz?
What?
Kaz Dameron.
Oh, Kess Dameron?
Yes,
with
that
Rex?
guy.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Because I don't know who he is. But him.
It's Poe's dad.
Okay. Sounds good. I want to play that deck.
It is. It's pretty good. It certainly can struggle if it doesn't like ramp right out the gate type thing. Like if you're only playing one upgrade turn 1 and that's it, then I think you're going to fall behind some of the decks. But if you can turn 1 play fresh supplies or motivate a resource and drop like a really any gun, and also the conscript squad is that one cost new trooper support, and that gets pretty dirty using his double focus and being able to use the conscript squad +2 with that. It's pretty good.
And what's the battlefield that lets you do some nasty stuff too? You can activate. I forgot what it was. There's a battlefield.
The military camp.
Yeah, military camp.
Yeah, 2 characters, and if they share a subtype, then you can re-roll one. I think it is.
Yep, I think I like that deck on that.
We've actually been doing salt flats with it just to guarantee that resource turn 1, like that extra resource.
Yeah, salt flats.
Yeah, salt flats is pretty dirty. I think it was like 45-50% at the GQ, like some crazy high number, like a battlefield's on standard day.
It's a new feed.
I'm telling you, it's like this thing. They print one good battlefield, and everyone's like, "Well, that's the best one. That's all.
That's it.
Let's 50%. Let's roll with it."
I need nothing else.
Yeah. What are these things I'm looking at? They look like eggs.
It's
in an egg carton.
That's Sonic detonators, isn't it?
Yeah. See, you think just like I do.
It is. It's like dinosaur eggs in there. But that's a good little card. People like that one.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
That's what it looks like. It looks like it's in there in an egg carton. Why are you finding that card? What are you just randomly looking through your cards?
No, I'm eBaying Cass Dameron because I don't buy packs.
It's Cass, by the way. That's what the Discord is saying. It's Cass. Kes.
Okay, well,
yes.
There's Cassian and there's Cassian. His name is Cassian.
Well, at first I thought you were trying to say Kazuda, the guy from Resistance. I was like, he's not in the game.
Oh, not yet.
Not. Yeah, that'd be awesome. They got to be here soon.
No doubt about it.
Whoa. Listen to this deal. 2 Cass Damerons for 99 cents on eBay, shipping $4.99.
I'm sorry, are you buying it from yourself? That sounds pretty good. Speaking of,
well, here raise the best eBay seller.
Oh yeah,
you want to buy from him?
99 cents, $5 shipping.
One time on a Reddit, somebody was like, "Oh my gosh, this person really knows how to take care of cards," and they took a picture of the packaging, and I put like a little smiley wink face, and I was like, "That was me." And this is how I package a card. It's just next level packaging. I put it in a sleeve, right?
Ooh, whoa! You put it in a card sleeve? Whoa! You're going high in the hog.
And then this might be excessive. And then I put one of those top loaders, the thick things. I put one of those, and then for added insulation, I use tape, and then I put the inserts that they give you, and I put it around the edges.
Great. That's
next level. Your
dedication.
That's what you're paying for, the extra shipping.
Remember when Awakenings, they had the little slot where the die was supposed to sit in? Like they thought that was going to stay in there?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that didn't work. Sonic Detonators is after you play this upgrade, place 6 resources on it. Remove any number of resources. This is the special. Remove any number of resources from this upgrade to choose that many characters and deal 2 damage to each of them. It's got a 2 disrupt, 1 discard, 2 discard, Special blank. It costs 3. Card 172. That's a rare neutral. Sonic Detonators. You like that card, Ray?
I didn't listen to that.
Okay, good. It's a great card. Do you like that card, Jack?
Yeah, I think it's pretty like right in the middle. I don't think it's the worst thing, but
You don't think it's the
necessarily
worst?
best.
That's shit. Yeah, that is a ringing endorsement if I ever heard one.
Dude,
I don't think
I'm
it's the
telling
worst
you,
thing.
Jack needs to go into politics. He really does.
He's pretty straight.
He's always like, yeah, like
not bad.
Crime
Yeah.
Lord being a legendary. What do you think? Well, you know,
that's garbage.
The
that was
intentions
hot garbage. He was mad
were
about
there
that.
to provide newer players with an interesting play experience. Like what?
No, he was
Yeah.
mad about that one.
But it's like you look at, I mean, it's just like if that was like a 2 cost, it's probably like one of those things. Like a 2.5 is probably like the right call.
Yeah.
Like 2 is too cheap. But then, you know, I'm just in my mind, I'm going through other cards in the set, and it's like you just look at like Rebel Catch or like Dengar's Fireblade, and you're just like, why do these things exist? Like, why are they that bad?
Yeah. No,
Dengar's
I think it's
Fireblade is really bad.
Yeah. And Sonic Detonator is weird too, because it's almost like, oh, like that 2 discard side gets me real excited. But it's like, I wouldn't want to play that in a mill deck or something, because then it's got 3 blanks basically. Like you're never going to use the specials.
Right.
Jack,
That's why that EMP grenade was so good.
Yeah, I missed that
gone.
card.
Gone. Hey, Jack, you're getting questions in our Discord. This one comes from Flockton. It says, can you talk about DJ Talzin? What your feeling is on that deck?
So I won't go into that, but I will say I did a video for our patrons of Phasma DJ.
Yeah.
And if you ever want to see Brian's soul get crushed more than it's ever been on stream, let me just say this combo of playing DJ Phasma with Mean Streets and then dropping a Grand Moff on a Phasma and being able to power action and just do Mean Streets
Yep.
at any time in the round is pretty dirty. I got to do In the Crosshairs for free, claim and do cards like Snuff Out or Scorched Earth. It's pretty dirty.
Ooh, I like that.
I've tried so hard to make like I think Blockade is a plot that needs to be played, and I feel like Newt is always hanging out there in the back of my head. Like how can I put this together? The Destiny Council made a control deck that was pretty good, but just didn't have the after like 3 rounds, then they finally got their stuff out, and then you died. I just want control. I want disrupt and control to be really good. I don't know if it's almost there.
A character that I've been looking at, completely unrelated to what you were just saying.
Oh,
but,
good. Yeah, thank you.
Is I've been really looking at Iden. I don't know why I have been, but she's a trooper and she's a leader, and I want something to work with her.
Like what?
Like because he was talking about Beckett, and he was also talking about what's her face, Phasma. And if you go Iden Phasma, it's just fun.
Is that what, single die each?
No, the two-player Phasma.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's just fun aggro, and they're both troopers. And then anytime I see a trooper now, I get real excited because of Riot Shield, and I'm like, okay, I can keep this character alive at least a little bit, better than other people. And then you get the little seeker droid, and you can have discards and probe. And then you got the measure for measure, hits both of your dice. It's good stuff.
Saw some near miss in there. Yeah. I mean, part of me, like, that seems like the mold of, like, Kess Rex, but villain version of it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a little different, I guess, because, Kess has that power action and plays differently, but, like, the mono red trooper guns deck.
The only thing that makes me nervous about going fast anymore is there's no way to get away. So once you go really fast and you're playing like a supports deck, you go really fast and they're like, okay, I just absorbed 5 or 6 damage that you felt happy about doing. And now I'm just going to focus up some things, and I'm going to, build up my board state a little bit more or ramp into the next round. And then I'm going to kill you at the end of next round. That's the only thing.
Yeah, I think Snoke, like, is anything, when it always comes back to that Snoke deck, or it comes to 3 wide, I don't know, like an Afra build. Does anything still touch those yet or no? Mill?
Yeah, I mean,
Mill could be really good.
Yeah, Mill's probably good, but I feel like we're still just trying to find the best. I mean, maybe the Leia Lando or Leia Yoda is still the best type thing.
Yeah.
Or maybe Millionaire still is, but like something with like Lore Santeca could be interesting, and just like always having removal and things like that. I don't think explored, but mill certainly, like, it's not going away. It's not here in the beginning because I think almost every player ever wants to, like, would rather play Palp or would rather play like a gun deck or support deck. There's few people in the game whose mind is like, I can't wait to play mill in the next set, type thing. I mean, I'll play it at tournaments. I don't hate playing mill or anything like that, but I think generally just people's thoughts and dreams go somewhere else.
Yeah, play mill on your stream. See how fun that is.
Well, Brian said he was going to play DJ today. I was like, dude, if you play DJ, I'm playing mill. Like, just, I'm not sitting through an hour of this.
Ratings blockbuster, what they would call that. How did you hear Allies? This is what frustrates me about FFG, because I'm whatever they are, who they are. But like, how do we all hear that the draft kit, and I'm the guy who's going to buy 4 of them. How do we hear that that's coming out on Thursday? Like, it drops into Discord.
Distributors talking to stores.
So stupid.
Pretty much anybody but FFG.
Right. That in a nutshell is the problem. You got people desperate to buy it. They'll buy it the day it comes out, and I have to hear randomly like, "Oh yeah, I saw your stream and I saw you put the picture up." You're like, "Well, to celebrate, it's coming out this week." I'm like, "What do you mean it's coming out this week? Did I miss something?" Evidently, I did. I wasn't in the right Facebook page at the right time.
We're in the know.
God.
That's why they have Brian. Brian just sits outside of game stores.
Yeah.
Asks the shipping department questions.
Have him call an alliance every day. Brian, this is your job. You call them.
Jack, one more question for you. Do you think that Force Storm, so it was Entourage last week that needed to be eroded. Do you think Force Storm is more detrimental or more nasty than Entourage is? And does it need to be fixed?
It's, I don't know if I ever, did I say Entourage or was that just like?
No, just in general. I think, yeah, people, not Jack. This is people. You were the one who hated Phasma, will never play it ever. Which you didn't even say that. But Entourage was the one that people thought was really oppressive. And then now it seems to be Force Storm was all the kerfuffle on Discord.
So Entourage is a really good card. Obviously, searching your deck is a great mechanic, and it's what keeps like the TIE fighters kind of viable in any deck. And then in and of itself, it's got a 2 resource side, and its special is, increases that goes. So it's just a super good all around card. But you're never going to lose a game to somebody playing Entourage first one. I mean, you could argue board states, and somebody had a really good turn 1 because they got 2 Entourages and like a Fickle Mercenaries out or something like that.
Right.
But Force Storm, I've played my first 4 games that I played with Palp Watt. 3 of them, I killed a character turn 1. And I didn't even go into the match thinking like, oh, my game plan is Force Storm, focus. Let's do this. Literally, I rolled out and I was like, hey, you know what I could do? I could just literally focus this for 10 years and kill a character. And it wasn't even like something I preemptively thought about. And I got into the game and it was like, I killed Beckett turn 1. I killed an Emphas Nest turn 2. Like, it's just absolutely absurd. And then red, it's not like you can really kill Phasma because they'll best defense your good dice and they'll probe your hand of removal. And then even if they can remove it once, you get to power action it back in. I'm not like a game designing expert or anything, so I don't know what the fix is. I've heard things where it's like when you play this upgrade, put a resource on it, and then during each upkeep phase or whatever it's called, place another resource on it. So like it gets better every round, but you can't actually place resources on it. But it's still going up type thing. People have talked about a cap type thing. So I've heard different things about it, and it's interesting, but it's like once it gets to 3, even if you just keep focusing it, or even if it just gets to 2, like the fact that you can keep it in your pools, like obviously super good.
Yeah.
And I get frustrated. I feel like in the Discords and things, I've seen people talk about like, oh, this is irrelevant. Like Black 1 wasn't ever good, and that's the same thing. And it's like, all right, that's nowhere near the same thing because this is already passing that damage point by the second time it's resolved. And it has a power action where it can be rolled back in by the character that it works with. And then people also say, oh, it hasn't won a GQ. It's like, well, Palp Watt actually won the Trilogy's GQ. And also you can't base everything off of the first GQ in Europe because they're all a little bit crazy over there.
They definitely are. Yeah. That was, by the way, that was Jack.
Not a politician anymore.
No, plus,
no, just American politicians.
Fun fact, you are actually flying there in a couple weeks. So fun fact for you.
Yeah. Maybe I'll have to sneak over to the UK, join the Brexit, they'll protect me.
Yeah, right. The place to go. So what are you saying about this card? You saying leave it as is? Would you change it, or what do you think should be done?
Yeah, I think something needs to change about it. But it's hard because it's not like I can even say, well, let's wait and see what event it happens, because who knows when the next, like, I mean, I guess the Denver GQ is the next big one.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if Palp Watt just destroys there with Force Storm, then we definitely call it. But I think it's something you watch now, and I would even lean and say if they change it, I would be happy, because it's just like, it's not like Entourage. Entourage is a great card. Like, this is like, what player wants to just sit across from somebody focusing and killing one of their characters turn one? And people get into percentages and say, oh, you only have like 50% chance to get logistics in a Force Storm, and it's like, it's really like not that hard. The percentage of me getting it is also like, it's also the same of you not getting like the removal that you need or resources that you need. So I think it's just, nobody will enjoy that. Just like nobody enjoys sitting across from DJ. DJ is the worst.
Nice. Hey, Josh, did you want to share there? I hear Josh like he's itching at the microphone. Maybe not.
If Force Storm gets nerfed, does that make Palp unplayable? Does he need Force Storm to win?
Yeah, I mean, that I think that's certainly the interesting part. And part of me maybe wants to say no, simply because, like, out of the gate, Palp Watto is pretty good. And that didn't rely on the focus chain, because Watto doesn't have focus. And I don't think it necessarily kills him, because I think they just don't go into the, like, just dive straight into the Storm as your win condition. You now are actually looking to get your Palpatine up to 15 health and do back to therapy and things like that. Whereas before, it's just like, all right, all I care about turn one is Force Storm. And with Salt Flats that they're running, you know, they could just turn what's-his-face Watt to a resource, logistics, or do whatever they have to do to get that other resource. So I don't think it necessarily kills him. It obviously brings his power level down, but I still feel like he's got a lot of stuff going for him still.
For people who don't know, this is a 4-cost upgrade ability. It's Blue Villain, card 14 for Ray, who puts his cards in numerical order. It's a legendary. It's a blue character only. Place one resource on this upgrade. This is a special, by the way. Deal damage to a character equal to the number of resources on this upgrade. Re-roll this dice or die instead of removing it. It's got a 3 range, 4 indirect. This is crazy. 2 discard, 2 shields, and a special. So is the play on this card, Jack, just real quick, is that you're focusing with what? With Watt into this special? Are you getting this die in first with the power action and then?
No. So I actually don't think you ever do that. I think that's a mistake, because you could just like power action roll in Force Storm and then they Forsaken it or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Like, it's much more dangerous when you roll in, you know, Palp, a Force Storm, and even just like a Palp Lightsaber or a Ceresu, you know, something where they'll have to deal with more than one die at a time. But basically what it is that you get Watt to a double focus, you then use that to focus to the special and to a Watt double focus, and then on your next turn, you resolve the special and re-roll it, you know, put a resource on it, and then your opponent takes an action, comes back to you. You use the Watt double focus to turn to a Palp 2 focus and the special. So now you're going to do it again, and it'll be at, you know, 3 resources on it. Right. And then you do the same thing and use the other Palpatine focus to do it all again. And then if you have something like Ceresu out, you can again use that for a focus. And it's just like turn 1, you could pretty much get 4, or I guess 3 guaranteed special resolves plus the reroll post last special you did, and then you also get to power action, roll it back in, plus any discard to rerolls that you guys will do. So, like, I think the percentage is much higher than what people are giving credit to it. Like, I think people are underestimating how easy this is to actually pull off.
Seems good. What do you think about that, Ray?
I think, from a design standpoint, that the designer or the playtesters are viewing these things, because you're getting that out turn 1, right? So you're getting Watt to resources, and then you can use like logistics, or, you know, do the whole, you know, whatever you want to find resources. Essentially, you're trying to get this out turn 1, right?
Yeah.
Your Force Storm. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the problem with the game, is like in any card game, resource management, or, you know, by design standpoint, they need to watch how they price something, and then within the game, how easy someone can obtain that. Because if something costs 4, yes, it's a little harder to get to than something that costs 1 or a 2 cost upgrade. But the power differential between a 2 cost upgrade that has no abilities, it's just, hey, here's a lightsaber, and this 4 cost, beast of an upgrade, that's the only thing that bothers me, is like the price of it, the resource cost of it is supposed to insinuate that it comes out later in the game.
Right.
You have to build to it. But when you just break that, you could put 6 on this, and then someone will figure out how to get to 6, and then just here we go again. Like, you really need to find a number that we're comfortable with, given how many resources we can generate. That's what bothers me. Yeah. Is like in this, they saw Snoke, they saw what he can do, but now there are other ways to generate Snoke level resources in a turn.
Watto. I mean, Watt, like, even before we got to Watt, like, I mean, Watt has 2 resource sides, Watto has 3, and it's just like almost every deck is making like 5 resources or getting to 5 resources turn 1. Yep. Like, that's not out of the ordinary for things to happen. And like you said, the resource curve is just like on upgrades right now. I feel like it's just like, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know. You just look at like Blue Hero and it's like, what did they got? They got like Mace's lightsaber.
Right. It's just strange. Yeah, right. Like, I know that Drew had brought it up on their podcast, but we were doing.
What's the name of their podcast? What is it?
I don't know. It's just
Drew brought it up.
His name's original. Go find him. Yeah. We were doing some playtesting on TTS, which, sorry, I said that. That's another boo-boo word.
No, it's fine. Play it up. Go ahead.
And we compared a TIE fighter to Entourage. And we're just looking at them, and essentially they're like, they have the same mechanic. Dig for something else. Go find something else, right? And you have Entourage that costs 3, and its die sides are ridiculous. And then you have a TIE fighter that its die sides, there's things to be desired. And you go search out another one that's like, okay, and now I get another one, and okay, cool. But you still have to put in a lot of resources to get to just the point of what one Entourage is. And that's like we were doing just that comparison. And it's just like, man, it's some of the things that they're making, it doesn't make sense. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Up is down, down is up. So Force Storm is not, it's also not a unique. Just as a quick FYI. And so
trust me, it's amazing.
Yeah, here's what they can do. They have cards like, what's the card? It's the blue card that moves damage to another character. And if it's like if you have no cards in your discard pile, you can move
Steadfast.
Okay.
You love that card.
Okay, I do love Steadfast. Josh was going to tell us that one. Josh, is it Steadfast?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
there damage on you move it over.
Yeah.
So that is hero though.
Okay. But the condition is, it's more about the conditions. The condition is if you have your discard pile is a condition of when things can be played and the effect that happens. There's other cards that say if it's the first turn of a round, you play it. And I forgot that one. I thought that was the guy with Tarkin on the card. I forgot what the hell the card was. Nobody played it.
Crush the Rebellion.
Yeah. Wasn't it something like that where it did, like if it was the first turn of the game or first turn of the round, something happens?
Prepare for war, play only if the first action is round gain resource.
So if you want to put some limitations on, there you go, give it to Jack.
He gets me again.
Yeah. So here's Ray, I rolled 2 dice on radio, just on a microphone, and he told me they were K2SO dice. He's a savant. The guy's a savant. So if you want, what about this? Keep everything as is, but you only play it after the second round of the game, or you can start doing that if you want. I mean, I feel like that might be a cheap solution, but if they don't have, I don't think they have the cost curve figured out. I think it's getting out of control.
That's what I'm saying, though. You shouldn't listen. It's a set of 160 cards.
Yeah,
that's what.
But 2 people test it.
160 cards, and you tell me you can't get a couple hot button cards, because when you're designing these cards, you're saying to yourself, "Ooh, let's push the envelope a little bit." All right, cool. But and then you got to think to yourself, "But listen, Rick, Todd, Jeremy, whoever your name is,
Rick and Todd, they're from the Knights of Ren." They're drinking beers over at name every other podcast. They're drinking beers over at Taz Games.
It just worked out that way. You got to say to yourself, okay, are we pushing it too far?
Yeah.
And then they do things like, like Ayla Sakura, and they're like, her at 12 was just too much. But her at 12 was what would have made Blue Hero semi-viable, like kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's things like that where each kind of archetype, each color needs to have something that pushes the envelope a little bit to balance everything out. And I just feel like they swing so far in certain ways. Like, we can all say Scoundrels got the most love. Like, there's no way that Scoundrels are not the best subtype right now. And it's like, okay, it's all yellow. There's no Scoundrels in other colors.
Yeah.
So it's all yellow. So now all the love is going to push to the yellow.
Jack, Ray just wants to talk about this game called Naruto, which is another one of these weird anime things that nobody who's over 30 understands. He's like, I might play this game because it's got a number line. Go ahead, Ray. How does it's got a number line for the cards?
You're doing this to me on purpose because I don't know how to properly explain this.
It's a number line.
Okay. For those people that like card games,
here you go.
There is
none of these people who listen to this show, I can tell you that.
No. You're familiar with Magic and you're familiar with Destiny, and everything has resources or some type of economy that you have to generate. In Magic, it's mana. In Destiny, it's the resources. Okay, so in Destiny, the cool thing people liked about that was you got 2 new resources every round. That's cool. Yeah. Okay, cool. We don't have to, draw into resources or, we could build them up, but 2 are guaranteed. And then with Magic, the gripe people have with Magic is if I don't have lands, then I don't get to play the things I want. Well, this game has a line. What is it? A line graph?
It's a number line.
Number line.
Yes.
A number line. It's 0 in the middle, 10 one way, 10 the other way.
Yep.
Right? So, Jack, you're a set of 10, and Chip, you're a set of 10.
Oh, I'm a 10? Thanks.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a negative 10.
You guys have 10 playing like play costs to deal with, and it's this number line that sits in the middle of the game. And then, because we're all Destiny players and we love our tokens, you put like a little token on the 0. So Jack's going first. Jack has an 8-cost card in his hand. Jack can play that 8-cost card immediately. But the number line ticks from the 0 all the way to the 8 on Chip's side. Once it goes to Chip's side, it's Chip's turn. And now Chip has 8 mana or 8 resources to deal with. And that's the penalty for playing something so big and powerful on your turn.
But do I get 8 plus my normal, like if I wanted to go 8 more so I could play 16? Because he got to play an 8.
Or would you be 18? Didn't you start at 10?
I don't know all the
so now it's at 18, so I can play 18.
That's a really cool mechanic. And they coined it something really cool. It's called like the Corona something system.
Light.
And they said they're going to
Corona Light?
Yeah, I'll have
put a lime in there.
Yep. You got to put your thumb on it, and if you turn it upside down, slowly, Ray, the other way, and then you take a sip.
I am just realizing I just didn't.
Naruto, baby.
These 2 people.
I'm in. I'll put it next to all my Dragon Ball Z cards I got, which is good.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Sub to the Senzu Bean podcast.
Yep.
Yes.
Senzu Bean podcast.
Right
live on Spreaker.
Delete discard to reroll.
Yep.
Go over to Senzu Bean podcast. Hit subscribe.
Jack.
It's like we have Jay, but his name's Jack.
Jay, I actually sent flowers to his wife because I thought he had passed. And I realized he didn't. So that's good. It's always good to know.
That was rough.
Yep. And Chris got arrested. Go ahead. He did.
Chris, I haven't heard anything from either of them in 100 years. And during the spoilers at I guess it was Celebration, somebody posted like that picture of the wall kind of doing Destiny, and on it was like the golden dice. Like there's a dice that has golden dice on it.
Yeah.
So I posted, I was like, hey, look, we're in the game.
Yep.
And then Chris just comments like out of nowhere. He's like, well, double blanks have been in the game since the beginning. You don't see us bragging. I was like, where did you just come from? You still exist.
That got him out of retirement. That one comment about golden dice.
It's called the Chrono Clash system.
Oh, the CCS?
Yeah, but they're going to use it on different IPs. They're going to use that system of like the way to pay for things in the future. And the game is called. This is for you, Chip. The game is called Naruto Baruto card game.
Naruto Baruto, Destiny Schmestiny. That's what I call this game, which is good. Who makes it?
Bandai, the same people that make Dragon Ball Super, so you know it's going to be high quality.
So they're going to have tournaments with the DJ.
So Bandai's funneling money into Ray's pocket is what I'm piecing together here.
I feel like
hey, start playing our games, make some podcasts. Use your Destiny podcast to
lure release date for Naruto Baruto is June 2019.
Baruto. That's great.
I don't even want to tell you the third word that goes to it.
Naruto Baruto. Baruto? What is it?
Naruto Baruto card game. Naruto Shippuden.
Oh, it's great. I cannot wait to play this game. It took me, as a Star Wars fan, 100 years to watch the Clone Wars. Okay? I'm not going to start playing Naruto. I can tell you that right now.
You should.
Did you finish it before it got taken off Netflix?
No,
or did you buy the discs?
I figured out another way to get them, which is good. And I got all the way to 5. I got to.
Wow, that sounds illegal.
You're right. That got Josh involved. Josh hit his mic button all of a sudden. He woke up.
I just looked at the Naruto game he was talking about, and it looks like it's a deck building game. So there's not going to be like boosters and stuff you have to buy.
Don't.
Say that. It's a living card game, and I think that's what I think Destiny needs to do. I really do, because the booster packs, like, we're going to buy them anyway. So, and then no one buys them afterward. And I always hear, like, Jack on your podcast, which by the way I love. You're like, I'm not really interested in draft after a while because we've bought so many packs. It's like, do you really want more packs? You know, you end up giving your cards away anyway. I just feel like if they switch to that model. And if they really have such a problem with dice production, if that's really the big issue that they're claiming, then just come out with them in packs. Like, this is a villain, like the Convergence set. Like, every month, here are the Scoundrels, and here are the Jedi, and here's the, like, whatever. Put them out in little packs. We're going to buy those anyway. I don't know. The collectability is addicting, but I'm not sure it gets this game further than if they just released them, you know, something like that. That you just buy them and you get them all.
Yeah, I guess the question would be like, where does FFG make the most money in that? And if it's in the current system, then I'd be surprised if we ever change.
Yeah, it might be. I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is or not. I mean, they certainly have a lot of inventory that I don't know if they eat it or if the stores eat it. You know, people they definitely don't sell singles. Like, do any stores in your area sell singles? Or one of the top deck, there's 3 top decks, I think, out there in New Jersey. one of the top deck Costco sells them and one doesn't or something.
So the Top Deck TCG, which is a website, sells them.
That's the one that's
based out of Connecticut. But Chris played in New Jersey for a little bit due to other work. Then the store Top Deck games, no, they do not sell singles.
Okay, is the store Top Deck? Let me make sure I get it right. Top Deck TCG is the one that supports Destiny all the time and has great website and good prices on singles. Top Deck, the store, is the one that you had to convince to let you do a box tournament at.
Yeah, they told me that nobody would want to wait till Saturday to open their boxes, and I was like, "Oh, who did you talk to?"
Okay,
Crickets.
Right.
I was like, oh, "Okay, yeah, that's what I thought."
So from now on, we're going to say the good Top Deck and the bad Top Deck, and then that way we understand the difference between the two. Top Deck TCG is good Top Deck.
We've actually stopped going there, and there's another store in Woodbury. Tiki Tiki is the name of it.
Okay,
it's actually really cool.
Tiki Tiki's?
I like that.
Yeah, they're nice.
I know the owner.
Oh, was it Ryan? I think.
Yeah, he's like one of the co-owners. His wife was worked with my wife.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, he seems like a super nice guy. Only met him in passing and stuff, but they've answered me more than Top Deck answered me in the past year, and I've only been talking to him for like a month. So,
you want to hear something cool? Is Tiki Tiki puts on a convention? It's called Nerd Fest, and the owner. Geek Fest, that too.
It was just this weekend.
Yeah, and they do the whole entire thing. I went one year with my wife, and they have a lot of Star Wars stuff, and it was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, the store is like wild. You walk in, and to your right and in front of you is like normal board games and stuff. You walk straight back. There's like the tables and stuff. They're not normal, like the white plastic collapsible stuff. It's very like home kitchen tables and like wooden tables and things like that. But then you like turn to your left, and then there's a BB gun section. You go right past that. You have your classic games like N64, NES, all of them right back there. And then you turn the corner, and then there's a yo-yo section. And then you go from there, and then there's like an action figure Funko Pop section. So, they cover all their bases there at Tiki Tiki.
I think Chip would like that because like they have old school Star Wars stuff like in like plastic bags type thing. Like, hey, this was like an original action figure.
Ooh.
We don't have the box, but it's, we're pricing it at this.
Here's a plastic bag. Go ahead and put it in there. I love it. I love to buy my stuff in there. Well, Jack's going to learn the hard way that you're not going to be buying yo-yos at Tiki Tiki right after that little wedding ring goes on the finger. Tiki Tiki might go away. You got to keep her playing her deck. You got to keep her playing her that Jin Cassian she's on.
Yeah, so she hasn't played since PAX Unplugged, and then she showed up to on this past Tuesday. We've been doing it, and it's an escalation league, and so during the week before this, I let her open 6 packs, and then she got to pick a starter.
Yeah.
And she ran Grievous, Droid, Sentinel Messenger.
Oof.
And she shows up, and she goes 3-0, and then ends up losing to Scott in the final game. But it was funny because everybody was pulling her. And we're all just like, you don't show up or play Destiny for like 5 months, and then you just run the table.
That's how you do it.
Our local.
Didn't you do build an illegal deck, though, too?
So the way our thing worked is that you could at the starting point, you could buy 6 packs, and then you could buy 1 for every loss. But each week, you could also buy 3 more packs to add to your thing. And so when we got there on Tuesday, she opened 3 more packs, and she liked the card Instigate, so she put that in her deck, but that's a yellow card. And she was running 3 red characters and a blue character.
Right. And Instigate came out?
Yeah, so she played it against somebody, but I mean, it's obviously an escalation league, but, laid back, so
I think it's pretty good. Yeah,
just burn the card and move on.
Well,
at
the Rochester Regional that both of you were at, Batman Anderson played in easy pickings in a villain deck, so that was good. Good to know.
Was that time we all went?
Yes,
there?
Yeah,
that was a blast, man.
Yeah, that was fun. That was the start.
And then they gave it to New York City, and they got like 10 people, despite every other regional around them getting well over 60. So that was a really good decision.
The good old days. Didn't you drive to Maryland and the power went out or something?
Before the Rochester one, that was the same day.
Yeah,
and I had already cleared out the weekend, so I was just like, Maryland canceled due to the wind. There was a slight gust, and it knocked all their power out that they ended up getting back on that same morning before anybody else came. So I was like, all right, I'm going to Rochester. So I dragged Brian in my car. We left at 8 o'clock on Friday night, got to Rochester around 2 or something, or 1, and then had to go to 3 different hotels before one finally gave us a room. But then it turned out there was somebody staying in the room because we walked in, door was open, and there was pants on the ground, and the kitchen sink was full of stuff. And so we walked out, and we're like, yeah, we think somebody's staying in there. And then we finally got a room, got 2 hours of sleep, and then got up for the regional next day, and it was a blast.
Yeah, you played Sabine Ezra too, which is so much fun for all those new players.
I think so. Good. Yeah, I'm really trying to make sure the new players feel at home at a regional. So,
man.
And then I bubbled out, and then that was my first bubble out experience at 9th.
Oh, so close. And Ray, what did you finish there too? You did your Boba Phasma.
The sad part about that whole entire story was I was ahead of Jack. I said to him, I was like, bro, I'm doing really good. And he's like, yeah, you are. What are you sitting? And going into the 7th round, I was sitting 8th overall. And I was like, all right. And I say to Jack, I was like, yo, what do I have to do to get in the top 8? He's like, are you kidding me? You just got to win. And I was like, all right, cool.
What do I got to do? What do I got to do? Yeah, win.
And I had never, our locals wasn't very big at the time. And I had only go to the store championships before then. And, when I went to that was my first regional, and I had never played against the 3-wide Mill deck. And to this day, Mill has bumped me out of cuts from then on out. I don't know how to play against Mill. I'm really bad against
Mill. That janky 3-wide. It was like the Yoda, Riken, Partisan.
Yep.
Yeah, and I was doing great. And it's at that moment I knew I would never beat Mill again. So the scenario was I didn't know to go after Jetta Partisan first because turns off easy pickings, turns off all the spot yellow stuff. So I went after Yoda, then Riken, then I get the Jetta Partisan down to 2 health. And I just need to go into another round, roll out a character, because we were playing on my battlefield, which I was playing Boba Phasma on Emperor's Throne Room. I just needed to roll out and then basically claim, roll out with the Phasma, claim, and I would get her special. Because of he has more than 3 damage or 6 damage on him, whatever, deal 3. So he at the end of that round discards 1 card from my hand. So now I'm down to 1 card left, and I'm like, all right, cool. He has no other way. He plays Scruffy and calls event, and he gets it out of my hand.
Brutal.
That was how I lost.
At least you let it go, though. It sounds like you really let that go. It was 2 years ago. Remember like it was freaking yesterday going to get dinner.
Yeah, no, because I remember because Jack was sitting 13th and he bumped up to 9th and he just bubbled. I was sitting 8th. And then this is what happens. The guy tells me, oh, man. I said, where were you? Where were you on the standings? He goes, I was 24th.
Oh, no.
And I said, how was I playing you? So I dropped to 16th.
Yep. Who won that?
That's great.
Bjorn Borg won that one. What's that guy's name? Borges? Bjorn and Borges?
Bragan
Borges won it. Too. Yeah. You beat him that day. He won it all with Boba Phasma.
Breckenburgers.
Yep, Breckenburgers won.
That was the Jawa guy, right? Yeah, he went undefeated with Bartholomew.
Yeah, that's it. Well, listen, Jack, any other spicy sauce? What's coming up before you go on in your honeymoon? Anything else happening before the wedding, or are you guys
Wait, can I say one more thing?
Yes, go ahead. I'm trying to let poor Jack, we hijacked him for an hour and a half.
Hold on.
Guy wants to go to bed.
Probably, how long ago was that? A year and a half?
Year and change, man.
Okay, that's it.
That's all you wanted
now
to say?
Let's hear about his happy life that he's going to have.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So anything happening before you go?
Let's hear about his happy life. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to work tomorrow. No stream.
Yeah. Yeah, can't stream tomorrow. Actually, gotta go to work and stuff, But nothing too crazy. I don't know. It's just nothing. Pretty much everything is revolving around that wedding. That
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, good. It sounds like you're really excited, and I'm very happy for you. It's May the 4th be with you and your wedding, and it's Free Comic Book Day. You're a savage. Who gets married on Free Comic Book Day?
Hoping that the guests bring some comic books.
That would be pretty funny.
That's the goal. I'm sure Carrie would absolutely love that.
Is Tommy in the wedding?
Tommy's not.
Tommy's not in the wedding? Dude.
Not.
What?
They don't even like
Is
each
Shane
other.
in
Brian's
the
probably in it.
Yeah. Brian's one of the grooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Elvis?
Elvis is not.
Okay, so I should probably edit this for you. I didn't know I was going to Hot Button. I figured the whole team. I didn't know.
No,
I'll just leave it there.
Real friends.
Should I go through the list? Is Scott in the wedding? I mean, where do we stop here? Is that it? It's just.
Well, it's funny because we've actually I was mostly friends when this podcast started. I was mostly friends with Shane,
right?
And I had met Tommy in passing from showing up to a Destiny weekly and stuff like that. So we've become closer more recently, but it was that awkward time of sending out invitations and who's on the list and
right.
If I wanted to, if Karen and I could invite everybody that we would want to, we would be at 250.
Right. Sure.
A crazy amount, but we're sitting at 150 right now.
$150 is pretty good.
Yeah, still crazy expensive. But
wait, did he make the list?
No, he's not. He wasn't invited. What I'm reading is he's not even invited.
Yeah. No. Well, actually, as a joke for Shane, I think we made him invited his fiance, but then gave her a +1.
Oh no, that's nice. So Shane, get this. There's going to be some open spots on Golden Dice when the trip from Ireland goes back. Because it sounds
I think by this point they realize they're not invited.
It sounds like Tommy's not invited to the wedding. Shane's fiance's invited. Brian, and that's it. That's what the team got. Man, that's tougher than getting a regional.
Flockton's in there, man. Don't worry.
Is Flockton going?
Yeah, Flockton will be there.
You got to increase the insurance rider for that thing. Holy cow. That guy's going to bring
He's going to show up and just talk about DJ the entire time.
He is going to bring down the house, the flock.
But, yeah, we did the seating chart last night, and I still feel like my mind is just exhausted from that. Yeah, that was awful.
That's a stressful time. But here's the best part. Afterward, it doesn't even matter, and it doesn't even feel like you had a wedding. It goes by so freaking fast.
We did the seating chart. Yeah, just like where's the streaming table going to be?
Yeah, where's
the corner for Destiny?
Honey,
That is
where's table 1?
I feel like this is going to really knock the camera around, and we're really trying something different with lighting. So if we could,
yeah.
And I've got to bring my table.
I don't think Aunt Peggy's a real competitor, so she's going to have to sit at table 10.
Yeah,
she can't
probably
reach.
end up at the back table. It's fine.
When she rolls the dice, she can't reach the turf where we have in the middle there. I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I still think the best part of our stream so far is that Donovan McNabb is in the background of both player cameras.
Donovan McNabb. It's great.
amazing.
Is that your attic or your basement?
That's my basement.
No, that's very nice. Well, if you're just joining us, we're talking about the Golden Dice podcast live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, you can hear it. You can watch it. There's no schedules. Mondays, Thursdays, it doesn't matter. From Ireland, maybe.
Well, we'll try to do we generally try to, when we record on Wednesday, say if we're going to do a live stream Thursday or Friday. But this week it was just we need 2 more streams to get affiliate in the next week. So
yeah,
Brian was off. He's on spring break this whole week, and I've off Mondays. So we're let's do this.
You knocked it down, man.
We need a computer for pairings during the reception.
I'm reading the
We'll
Discord.
do match slips. We got to do match slips, right? So there's no repeat of New Jersey.
Who says here, I don't know how to say his name, Unfas Barathian? Who's that? God, I'm butchering that. But it says, need a good DJ at a wedding. I'm giving that to him. Really? Need a good DJ at a wedding, ladies and gentlemen, which is good.
That's perfect.
The flock is going to be there for sure in the house. Well, Jack, good luck at your wedding. Hope everything goes well. We're going to miss hearing your content and your sultry voice, but get your little slackers they're not going to be at the wedding, so they'll have some, for some free time.
Yeah, I told them to work for it. And,
That is so messed up.
Guys, we're at the open bar. Flock's over there dancing, doing the electric slide, the whole thing. And meanwhile, Tommy's trying to figure out, I don't know how to get this freaking thing to work. The baby's crying.
I'm telling you.
What is the deck that General Grievous's wheel bike fits in? I don't understand.
That deck.
Shane 2-0'd Tommy, and they were playing for a seat at the wedding.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's it.
That's what they were playing for.
That's it. Alan said it was the $50 tier for the Patreon. Got you in the wedding.
Ooh.
Yeah,
in the wedding. Just the parking lot.
It was the parking. Yeah. That is funny. Yeah, dude, Tommy got crushed on that. But yeah,
I didn't know there was a $50 tier.
Oh, there it is. There's John. I thought for a second you almost sounded like Tommy. I thought he was coming in here. He's busy changing diapers. The guy.
Right.
Well,
yeah,
Jack,
dude, thanks for having me as a guest on your show, guys.
Anytime. Now you know what to do. Now you just join up and click what Josh will just bring in. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. I got an in with the tech guy, so
yeah, that's good.
I'll be able to crash this.
All right. Good luck at your wedding. Get that computer set up for the pairings. Run the Tome software, whatever it is.
No, you got.
That's how you get the seating. Best Coast.
It's a tabletop TO, I think it is.
Oh, perfect.
West Coast
pairings, I think it's best. Yeah, West Coast pairings to get to your seat assignment. Grandma, you're not there. You're not there, honey. You got moved.
Grandma,
you got
to download
down.
the app.
You got pared down. You got pared down.
You got pared down.
You're with Flockington. Go in. Table 28 over by the band.
He's with his guest Towson.
Right. Yeah. Who's Mother Towson again? Oh, it sounds like a lovely lady. I'll talk. Okay. Thanks, Grandma.
Right next to old DACA.
Yep. All right, Jack. Thank you.
Bye, Jack.
You can hang around.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. We'll see you, Jack.
Catch you next time.
All right. It's Jack, ladies and gentlemen. Golden Dice Podcast. There he is.
Well, if you didn't enjoy that, he stuck around for a while, so sorry about that.
Josh, I'm not sure if we told you, buddy, but we said 5 minutes a call. All right, he's way over.
Yeah.
He went an hour.
God.
All right, I'll start a timer next time on my phone.
Golly, these guys taking over the podcast. Well, there you go. And just like that, you get to an hour 30. That's how it works. Discard reroll live. Yep.
Vindicator for 20 minutes and Jack for an hour and 15.
And you're done. That's how it works. Yep. And you know what, though, was good is that we mentioned ABG only twice, which was
That's good.
Yeah, we peppered. Good. It's like with my daughter when she gets upset. I redirect, we all have to get on, redirect her, and an hour later she forgot about what she was really upset about. It's kind of like with Ray. You got to boom, 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 come over here, look at this, here's something you want to snack. And then he doesn't mention, what's his name? Phoenix.
Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
Oh, yeah. Or Megablaster Troopers.
Yep. That's
appreciate that.
Ray, we love you, man. I
think it's underwhelming too.
We're getting Ray back into Destiny. Doesn't this get you jazzed up, baby? Don't you want to play some, sling some dice?
We didn't talk about anything.
Roll some bones. We talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about Force Storm. We talked about...
I guess. I wanted to talk about the decks that people wanted to play.
Well, okay, that's next week, man. Next week. Let's do another one next week.
Little teaser.
We're around. Josh, would you come back? Okay.
It depends. It depends.
There you go. Okay. Man, you went right for it.
Depends how many packs I'll get.
Let's see what I got.
Depends on the bribe from Ray. That's all.
Well, I've got
We're
this.
Gonna start with 0.
No.
And we'll work our way up from there.
Hold on.
We talked about wedding pairings.
I got something for you. It's this is a hot pack. These were the hottest thing going a while ago. These are packs of Awakenings. What do you think about that?
Get those for going to the regional at the FFG Center, right?
Yep, you got those and a pack of Legacies and a kick in the ass. That's what you got. That's their hot stuff. But
they market. You can get the spot glosses. You show up and you get Awakenings packs.
So bad. So here's I'm going to give you.
Open.
We're trying to do a. I've been pricing out places locally to do I want to do like Drinks in Destiny. I don't know what to call it. Destiny and Drafts or Drinks in Destiny, something like that. And it would be an adult, 21 and over deal. And the place right now, it's a front runner. It's called Knox because they don't have a really expensive cover to get in, and they've got great food and stuff like that. I don't know. What would you guys come to an event, like an evening event, if it was? What prizes do you think we need to do to get people to come there?
What do people? I don't know. We'll have to drum up some stuff. You have a whole
inventory of alt arts that I can't give away because FFG gets mad.
Stickers.
Yeah. Stickers.
Star Wars Destiny compatible stickers.
We could do that. Maybe stickers or something fun. No, I'm just planting.
Put stickers on your tokens.
I'm planting the seed. Get ready. We're going to do it. We're going to have a killer event. I just don't know when to do it too. If they're not going to do any regionals or anything on our way, we're going to still host our own stuff. That's how we do it, Ray. Get people fired up. You can have your Naruto Schmaruto if you want.
Naruto Baruto Shippuden.
It's not Josh. How do you pronounce it?
That sounds right.
It's Naruto.
No,
I don't know. I've never watched it.
God, you and your cartoons. I must have just missed that whole. This is not my age group. Must have missed all that stuff. Were you latchkey kid, Ray, and then you just had to watch that stuff? That's how your parents put it on to keep you company?
Latchkey? I don't know what that means.
You know what a latchkey kid is? Oh, man, I'm really old. I think it was like when they gave you your own key.
A latchkey kid is a child who returns from school to an empty home, or a child who is often left at home with little parental supervision because of their parent or parents are away at
Dice
work.
stickers. There you go.
Yep, I guess I'm a latchkey kid.
Look at Squirrel says, I went to Mr. Chip's Destiny night, and all I got was this bumper sticker. That's what I'm giving away, man. That's what I'm giving away. You're getting a bumper sticker coming out, driving all the way to Rochester for an evening. All right, gentlemen. Well, if none of you want to do it, then I guess I'll have to be all alone then next week.
I'll do it next week.
I don't. You get mad because we don't do it every week?
Oh, the podcast. I thought you were talking about the event.
No, not the event.
What are you talking about?
We left that. I was going to say something else with it, but I didn't want to spoil it for everybody. I've got other stuff.
No, yeah, I do get mad at you because you'll be like, yeah, we should. Every time we get done recording,
we should do it more.
Wow, we should do this more. And then 2 weeks will go by, I won't hear from you, and then all of a sudden it'll be like, tomorrow night at 10 a.m. be ready.
You're ready to go. I fired up, man, because you gotta just be ready. Just be ready.
Yeah.
Okay. That's how Beyonce does it. She just drops an album out of the blue.
37,000 albums sold in 2 days.
Yeah, see? That's how you do it. We had 4 people listen to the live stream.
Beyonce have so much in common.
We do. We have juicy thighs, and we love Destiny. So that's perfect. We're exactly the same person. Oh, God. All right. Well, listen, this is the new crew. It's Discard Reroll Live. Where else could you get this content? You go over to discardreroll.com. Send an email to Thunder, because he'll still Maybe. Flock's the only person that emails you. And talk to Banana Crapshoot, because he's doing great stuff. And Banana Crapshoot, are you still streaming Anthem?
I'm streaming whatever I feel like
playing
that night.
There you go. You burn out on that game, did you?
I did, yeah. It got boring.
You got a lot of followers in a short amount of time.
I did. I hit affiliate in like a week. That was pretty cool.
Jeez, what is this affiliate everybody keeps talking about? Am I missing something on Twitch?
You can start making like pennies. When you hit affiliate, there's like a couple requirements, and then people can start donating money to you or subscribing to your channel. So you can get like $5, but Twitch splits that money. So if you get a $5 subscription, you get half of it.
A month?
Yes.
Whew, there you go. Wow.
I have one subscriber, and it's
Alan?
Was Edgy Sith Lord.
Oh, there you go. Edgy
Sith
nice.
The Vader player that won the
New Jersey Regional. Yep, that's awesome.
Yep.
Ray, is
Jack. Jack's a subscriber.
Oh, Jack too? There you go. If you go to YouTube, we've got some new content out there. Ray's pumping it out. He's doing deck techs, and people were on you for the way you pronounce turret.
Who was on me?
I don't know. Did you see that in the comments?
Was it in the comment? No.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Say the word. How do you say it? Turret.
Turret.
It's not turret. What are you saying? Turret?
You're adding an N.
Yeah, there's no turret. Turret.
Triple laser turret.
No, it's not turret. Is it what you say? Are you shutting your mouth when you say turret? It's turret.
I'm from New Jersey.
No, you were drunk when you said it. It's turret.
Turret.
No, you're still not saying it right. What are you saying?
Turret.
Turret. There you go. You got it. Turret. There it is.
Oh, I say turret.
Yeah.
Maybe it's like you had an N before the last T.
Is that a helicopter thing? Like, is that what you say in mechanics school or something? Because you fix those things, don't you?
Yeah, mechanics school.
In your
Yeah,
fatigues?
that's what they call it. I haven't checked this email that you keep referring people to send.
I send it to your regular one. Great. All right. Well, here it is. An hour 40. This is your reward, everybody. You get to hear how Ray pronounces turret. And you can subscribe to YouTube. And when you get to 1,000 in YouTube, you can make 1 cent a month, which is perfect. That's how it works.
I don't think people are making fun of me.
All right. I'll send you the link. It's good. Don't listen to comments. I think they were doing it lovingly. You know what I mean? That's all good. People are
see what this is.
People are going to come out to our Destiny night and get a bumper sticker. So they don't, you can say however you want to say that word. Turn, which is good. But
okay. See, I know what you're doing here, though.
What? What am I doing?
Nobody commented that, but you figured out that I said that weird.
That's not true.
That is completely true.
No, I didn't. I loved it. I love your stuff. You can say whatever you want, however you want to say it.
My turn.
Yeah, I'm going to find it right now for you. See who sent it. This is good radio right here. Let's see here. It was, where is it here? It's here.
It was Alan.
Who was it? Alan?
I don't know.
It was Name Dink 903 commented. I like this video, but does anyone else notice he says turret, not turret? April 14th, 2019.
Well, tell them to unsubscribe.
No, they were being nice. That's nice comment. That's really good. They said you sounded sexy, though. That was a really weird comment for the video. Listen, for Banana Crapshoot and Ray, it's Chip. It's Discard to Reroll. Questions at discardtoreroll.com, or head over to New Jersey, where you might get a chance to see Ray working on a turret. That'd be great stuff. And until next time, Josh, when you're rolling those dice, you know what I wish for you?
That they'd be special ones?
I wish that they all be special ones. What about you, Ray? You know what I wish for you?
That I take speech classes.
That's right. That all of your trooper dice are blank. That's what I wish for you. I do. I wish that all of your rerolls are special ones. We'll see you next week. That's it. It's that easy, guys. That's how it works. That's gold. That's gold right there.
That felt long-winded, that one.
Yeah, that was good.
It was almost 2 hours.
That's why. I mean, you can't talk about Destiny. We're still live too, by the way. Thanks everybody for listening out there in the. And Ray said it felt long-winded. That's how we debrief afterward. It felt long-winded because it was 2 hours. That's why.
He's turned up.
I feel like you're very tired. Are you tired?
I am. I drove home I drove all day.
You gotta.
You went back to drum.
Give yourself.
I went back to drum.
Give yourself permission to be tired. That's okay.
Oh, I give myself permission, but then you're sitting here asking me 2 hours into a